Hello and welcome to AfterWyrd, the place where we cram in all that weirdness that we don't fit into our regular episodes. My name's Andy.
My name's Craig.
What have you got for us today, Craig? Have you got anything to chat about, or should we go straight to weird news? What's going on?
Yes, I do have an update, Andy, which is a weird news story as well. But you might remember recently I mentioned, it's, I guess, kind of topical as well. I mentioned someone found a unicorn skull in Cornwall,
You did.
and I mentioned that they may have took it to a particular pub,
Mm-hmm.
and they ended up trading it for unlimited beer, I think was the offer they got.
Yeah.
So yesterday we went to Stonehenge, and I figured the pub was fairly close to Stonehenge. Yeah, the Stonehenge Inn anyway. So I went in, got a pint, and I asked the barman, and I said, "Is this the pub that bought a unicorn skull?" And he went, "Yeah, it's not here anymore."
Oh,
And he said,
I didn't steal it, I promise.
"Well, I've got an article coming up, so we'll see." I'm not casting aspersions, but he was very quick to dismiss that it's now in a museum, but he didn't know where. And he was quite dismissive about it's not a real unicorn skull anyway.
It's exactly what someone who had a real unicorn skull and didn't want anyone to know would say. Just say.
Right. So anyway, so this is back to Cornwall Live, which we've used quite a bit lately, because they keep popping up on my Facebook. The article is Mystery Unicorn Skull removed from protected Cornwall site illegally.
What was it, like a unicorn reserve? Was it?
So it says the skull discovered by a tourist was at a protected site in Cornwall, and officials have warned it was removed illegally. So I'll just update anyone that maybe missed it. So John Goodwin from Canada was visiting the Tintagel area with his family when he found the unique skull with what appeared to be a horn protruding from it at St. Nectan's Glen. We did mention previously it does look like a Viking drinking horn's been glued onto a skull.
Yes.
But yes, it says the site is considered a magical and spiritual site by thousands of visitors due to links to King Arthur. John was so amazed by his find that he took the skull with him and tried to donate it to the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic in Boscastle. Might have heard of that. However, the museum deemed it not to be a magical item and instead labelled it as a freak animal. So John instead took the skull, oh, here you go, to the Stonehenge Inn pub in Salisbury. It's not in Salisbury, it's by Stonehenge. In fact, that's quite far from Salisbury, isn't it, Andy?
It is. It is.
But this is Cornwall Live. We can forgive them for not knowing the geography.
Time and geography isn't linear in Wiltshire.
Or Cornwall, apparently. Um, yeah, he says he traded it in with pub staff in return for unlimited ale. Now, I did confirm with the guy yesterday that that is the pub. It did happen. He said this is the pub that did have the unicorn skull, but it doesn't anymore. But it says now it has emerged that St. Nectan's Glen, where the skull was discovered, is a site of special scientific interest. I said that wrong. Site of special specific interest. I swear, is that like a Mandela effect? Because I'm sure it used to be special scientific interest.
I think there's two.
Okay. Anyway,
It's triple
I'm
SI
done.
is a thing.
Yes, but that's what he's saying. This is a site of special specific interest. But yeah, it says the bones were removed illegally. Um, Anyone removing items from an SSSI can face a fine or even imprisonment. John has since left the UK. He's fleeing for his freedom.
That's it. Yeah, maybe he's yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's off hunting other mythical animals. Maybe he's on a roll.
It says flying to Greece for a holiday before returning with his family to Canada. A barman at the Stonehenge Inn is believed to be looking after the skull. But the manager at the pub told the Sun, apparently. So the Cornwall Live have taken this from the Sun. I didn't realize that. Says he took it home. It was freaking me out here. I'm sure he'll happily return it. Meanwhile, zooarchaeologists from historic England have deemed that the skull belonged to a horse, but it had a cow's horn attached. But a spokesperson did say that it looks very well made.
I'll give
So
him
they've
that.
confirmed what we said.
Yep.
And yeah, I say from my visit to the pub, they're telling me it's in a museum, and yet they couldn't tell me what museum. So I don't know. Do we believe them, Andy?
Oh, I don't know. Sounds sus to me.
Yes. So yeah, that was my visit to the Stonehenge Inn.
That's yeah. I mean, I feel like, part of me wants to go on a bit of a quest to find it as well. I feel like a
It's in
quest for a
someone's
unit.
living room.
Exactly, a quest. If we have to cross water, break in somewhere, it's a quest. Or a heist. I don't know.
It's not real anyway, as we said, it's fake. Although, if you want to believe in Christianity, there are unicorns in the Bible, so,
That guy got free unlimited beer. That skull clearly has magical powers of some description. He got free beer for it. Is that alone not worth, this magical
well,
totem, this talisman?
actually.
I saw that on a show recently.
So he got unlimited beer, but it doesn't say if it was that day or for life though, right? But he also left the country, so I guess the deal's off now.
Then I guess even if one day we'll just see how much the human body can endure.
He was driving to the airport, as far as I understand it. So he kind of unlimited beer is 1 pint.
Could it be like he could fill it up as much as he could fill up with containers he had? I don't know. There's so many variables, man. We need to interview him.
You have to turn it upside down and drink from the unicorn horn skull.
That's how you truly gain magical powers. And
Yes.
by that I mean to projectile vomit.
Yeah, have you got any weird
I
news?
do, I do. Um, this one is from we're keeping with the sparkly, glowy animal theme here.
Go on.
From the Huffington Post. Uh, radioactive wasp nest uncovered at South Carolina nuclear facility.
Oh, yes, I have heard about this on another
Yeah.
podcast.
Glowing, but not the way you want them to.
Hmm.
So the nest had radiation 10 times what is allowed by federal regulations, but no wasps were found. That's because I'm assuming they turned like into giant super intelligent ones and flew off to plot their world domination.
Wasp
Work
Man.
workers workers at the South Carolina in South Carolina that once made key parts of nuclear bombs have found a radioactive wasp nest, but officials said there is no danger to anyone. Yeah. Employees who routinely check radiation levels at Savannah River site near Aiken found a wasp nest on a post near tanks where liquid nuclear waste is stored. Um, the workers sprayed the nest with insect killer, removed it, and disposed of it as radioactive waste. No wasps were found. Reports said there is no leak from the waste tanks, and the nest was likely radioactive through what it called on-site legacy radioactive contamination. Uh,
Sounds fun.
I know, right? From the residual radioactivity left when the site was fully operational. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like a bit of a non-starter in some ways, but knowing the type of wasp nest could be critical. It says some wasps make nest out of dirt, others use different materials which could pinpoint the contamination site. I'm as mad as a hornet that the SRS didn't explain where the radioactive waste came from. Wow. um, that's from Tom Clements, who is a watchdog group called the Savannah River Site Watch. He's as mad as a hornet, apparently.
Hmm.
Um, the tank farm is well inside the boundaries of the site, and wasps generally fly just for a few hundred yards from their nest, so there's no danger that they're outside the facility. If there has been wasps found, it would be significantly lower levels of radiation than their nests. It seems like a lot of reassurances here. But yeah, just a short one. I just thought it might be quite interesting. Sort of what these radioactive wasps, it's sort of will it become a cryptid? It reminds me of a story actually from the Huffington Post as well that I pulled up a little while ago about South Africa hopes injecting horns with radioactive material curbs rhino poaching. Did you hear that one?
I don't think so.
Ah, I'm shoehorning it on. Yeah, shoehorning onto the onto this one because they're similar stories. It just says the anti-poaching campaign injects rhino horns with radioactive isotopes that are harmless for the animals, but can be detected by customs agents. The idea being that they sort of if they get poached, when they're scanning for dangerous materials at the airport, they can flag up these rhino horns that are being smuggled out.
Oh, I
But
thought it
just
was like if you poach something, you'll get cancer, so you probably don't want to do that.
I'm just imagining these like glowing horned like rhinos goring people and like, shooting these Godzilla blast kind of beams out of their horns. So yeah,
Mm.
basically we have radioactive rhinos and wasps to look forward to this year. That's what I'm saying.
Excellent.
I don't think that's on the bingo card.
It will be next year.
Um, yeah,
Okay.
what you got?
What have I got? Okay. No, I don't want to sign in BBC. So this one comes from the BBC. And actually, I'm aware of this courtesy of our listener, Claire Mullin, who also helped us out with some pronunciations recently on an episode. So
Cheers,
yeah,
Claire.
it's mural marks 60 years since town's UFO frenzy. I mean, anyone that follows our social media might have seen a little video that I posted from a visit. I was literally in Glastonbury when I got the message from Claire, and so I detoured on the way back to the mural, which me and Andy didn't realize was there and drove past on the way back from Cornwall.
Yeah, I mean, as Craig pointed out to me when we were talking about it, it's one of those things. If we'd have known it was there, we'd have probably stopped. And just for you, beloved listeners and viewers, we'd have probably got all the camera stuff out the back and recorded from there. But
Yes, we
it was
didn't
down
know.
a side street and we were tired and we didn't know.
Yeah. If you didn't know it was there or you were using the main car park in Warminster, then you wouldn't see it. But yeah, it's a 20-meter long mural and it was created to mark 60 years since the Warminster thing.
The thing,
The thing, yeah.
the thing about that.
Yes, there is a thing about that. There's a podcast too. If you didn't listen, last year we did an episode on the Warminster thing. I'm still tempted to do part two, but the books on it are quite expensive. So if anyone wants to buy me those books, let me
Yeah, please
know.
do.
Um, and we'll do another part because I do want to return to it. But yeah, it's a community Facebook group that raised £1,000 to fund the spray painted artwork. And it actually is annoying because I knew there was a mural in Warminster, but I could never find it. And it turns out this one is over the top of the one I was trying to find before. So I can now no longer find the other one. But it was made by artist Paul Boswell, and it includes sources, creatures, and parts of the town where the happenings occurred. And it's got a nice depiction of Arthur Shuttlewood as well, who was the journalist who documented it at the time. It says Mr. Boswell grew up in this part of the world, being young in the 80s and 90s. He says it was a bit of a thing around this area.
Uh,
So we did there. We used to go up to Clay Hill and do UFO spotting, and interesting. The BBC have spelled Clay Hill wrong. Yeah, we'd go up there and sleep out there all night, expecting to be taken away by aliens when we were about 14. They had a ribbon cutting ceremony to celebrate the mural with Warminster's mayor, Councillor Andrew Cooper, who says, I think whatever you do or don't think about the folklore that lies behind it, things like this bind a community. It enriches a community. It gives us something that perhaps other people don't have. I think is a good
yeah.
perspective. He clearly doesn't believe in it, but that's fine. Yeah, interestingly, Warminster thing has persisted since it became famous in the 60s and was revived by a podcast called Wyrd Wessex. Huh.
Excellent. Glad we're getting the recognition.
It doesn't mention us. But it does mention, and we might have to reach out to these people, in a couple of weeks' time. I think it'll be a week's time by the time this goes out for you listening. There is a conference anyway in Warminster. There's a UFO conference organized by a guy called Stuart Dyke. I think I have a link on here and I can give you a bit more info on it. So yeah, Stuart Dyke is the host. Steve Wills is a UFO researcher and author. John Hansen is a UFO author and research archivist. Steve Ryder, UFO and paranormal researcher. Busty Taylor, who is a crop circle and UFO researcher. Brian McMullen Jr., who is from the Scottish band CEIV. and Maria Wheatley, who is the Master Dowser Earth Energies author. Tickets are £24. If you look up the Athenum in Warminster, I think that's how you say that, you can get tickets. It's a one-day conference from 9 till 5. And yeah, I think I may go along, to be honest. But if I can't get there, I think we should have a word with them and get them on the show, maybe.
Absolutely. And I was thinking if we do a part two, we should do it from Warminster if you're up for it.
Yeah.
Visit some of the sites, do it by the mural.
Yeah. But anyway, that was only a brief mention because I thought, as I say, I've done it as a short, but I thought it's worth bringing up for anyone that maybe doesn't follow our social media. We're at Wyrd Wessex, by the way. Follow us. But the actual article I was going to do that's related, just to wrap up my bit before Andy does his next one. He looks eager.
No, no, no. I'm eager to hear what you say.
I just wanted to bring this one up that I
It's my
found
eager
this morning.
face.
I found this on it's v2radio.co.uk, which I don't know what that is, but this was posted just 2 days ago. Wait,
Yeah.
no. It was posted today. It's Tuesday, Andy. I'm on holiday, can you tell? No, this was actually posted this morning. So there you go. This is hot off the presses, but this won't go out for like 2 weeks. So actually, it won't be. But a late night dog walker in Gosport has turned into something rather unusual for one local resident who claims to have spotted not one but two unidentified flying objects in the early hours of Tuesday, the 9th of July. And it's according to a report submitted to the National UFO Reporting Centre. The incident occurred around 1:15 a.m. The witness, whose name has not been released, described seeing two bright star-like objects high in the sky, initially motionless. The lights suddenly began moving rapidly towards each other, and rather than colliding, they reportedly circled one another for a short period before abruptly accelerating away in opposite directions. The sighting, the report says, lasted for approximately 5 minutes before the objects disappeared from view.
Damn.
Yeah, it says the National UFO Reporting Center, based in the US, collects eyewitness accounts from around the world. Although most sightings turn out to have conventional explanations, such as satellites, drones, aircraft, lights, or astronomical phenomena. But some reports remain unexplained. I thought I was going to say, such as this case. It doesn't. It says this one is yet to be analysed. The sighting comes amid growing global fascination with UAPs. There's some stuff there we already know. We don't really need to dumb down what UAPs are for you guys. You all know. Yeah, whether the Gosport sighting turns out to be an example of advanced human technology, atmospheric illusion, or something altogether more mysterious, it joins a growing catalogue of eyewitness accounts, feeding the ongoing debate about what might be out there. For now, the dog walker's account stands as another entry in New Forks' long-running database. It sounds like I was talking backwards, Andy, but that's just the acronym. New Forks. Yeah, it's a reminder that even in on an ordinary night walk, the skies can sometimes hold extraordinary surprises. Is the truth out there? Have you seen strange lights and objects in the sky? Do you have images and video? Get in touch, and then there's their email address, but I'm going to shoehorn. Get in touch at weirdwessex@pm.me.
Exactly. Let us know first.
Don't contact V2 Radio. Contact us. We need a Wyrd Wessex hotline number. That's what we need.
We do. Just put your number online.
Oh, you beat me to the gag. I was about to say I was going to start reading your phone number, but all right. No. Yes. So
yeah.
That wraps up the UFO segment of the podcast.
There you go. You can stop listening now, Paul. So do you want creepy or do you
Yes.
want slightly less creepy?
Creepier the better, I say.
Fair enough. This one is from the source of eternal up-to-date news with these sort of things, Lad Bible.
Oh, I thought that was like a thing you put on your burger. Source of
Eternal source.
eternal. Yeah.
Source of eternal stench. Wait, no. Um, Woman who speaks to the dead explains creepy reason why you should never have mirrors facing your bed.
It's because
Um,
if you like candle, I'm gonna jump in because I used to do this. So it might be completely wrong, but I used to do this. Is you light candles behind you, and you look into the mirror with the lights off, and then you just kind of focus on yourself. But things start to change. I mean, it's mainly down to the brain activity, but then you start
yeah.
to see. I was told to do this by a spiritualist medium, who, by the way, we have one coming up at some point in the future.
Yes.
But I was told to do this because I'd be able to see like my ancestors and spirit guides and stuff like that if I do that. Is that where you were going with that one?
Not quite.
Oh, okay.
She gives it a more sort of supernatural twist, I think.
Was that not
It's
supernatural?
It was, but even goes more into it. Goes more into it. You've just said it's the a lot of that's your just brain activity. Sorting out shadows and seeing patterns and things.
Yeah, I've just
Um,
debunked your article.
there you go. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So this is taken from her TikTok, admittedly. A woman who claims to be able to speak to the dead has strong feelings about the way your bedroom is laid out, Craig.
Sorry.
There are those in the world who say they can speak to those in other planes of the universe, whether it's the afterlife, purgatory, heaven, and more. Someone is being communicated with by loved ones and who have something left to say. But sometimes they have a little less word to spread and a little more nefarious wants to unleash on unsuspecting folk, like those who put mirrors facing their beds. Psychic Leah on TikTok, who is a psychic medium and demonologist, posted a video about the risks involved in having a mirror facing your sleeping body. Many psychics have touted the same warning, with superstitions about mirrors dating back hundreds of years. Well, I mean, it's thousands, really. Don't crack them, don't repeat names in them, don't look at them at 3 a.m. There's many things we can't do with them. But there's a very good reason we shouldn't sleep facing one. I don't think I can actually stress it enough to people. Do not have a mirror facing your bed. She says you will have unwanted spirits. You'll have all types of spirits in your home. You don't want to be the one that have to come out to, so I can clear some low vibrational. Typically, an entity isn't that particularly nice. Leo went on to say that if you find yourself suffering with restless sleep, it's because of the mirror and its energy. And don't even think about owning a second-hand mirror that could harbor withheld energy inside it. Whatever happened within that person's home, we don't know if it's negative. It's coming to your home if you take it. In her business of dealing with spirits, she said she frequently gets calls about unwanted spirits, and as soon as she sees a mirror, she knows that's the issue. She
And then
suggests
she
that you
smashes it on the floor and leaves.
she suggests you cover the mirror. You can keep it there, but cover the mirror with a cloth, blanket, whatever you want. Make sure you're doing protective prayers over that mirror, setting
Yeah.
boundaries, and you're also saging it. Of course, she sages it. Please, I beg you, sage it. I'm
Yes,
doing this to protect
for
you.
those for a little future nod there is Andy's giggling because of a reference to saging on an episode that hasn't come out yet, which is with the director of the Witch Museum. But that's a little
Yes,
teaser for you.
exactly. But it's something I've come across before as well. There's mixed opinions on that practice. My nanny always said to never have a mirror facing your bed. If she went anywhere to stay for the night, she would take it down or cover it up. You also saying about a second-hand mirror. I was given one that my dad got from an auction. The bad vibe and distortion that happened when you look in it were wild. I got rid of it safely as soon as I could. Another commenter said, "Don't get me started on this. She's absolutely correct. I had a horrifying experience last year and it still keeps me awake at night. It's not a joke. Remove mirrors from your bedroom and even near your bed." Um, I have a problem with that actually. I wake up and it's horrific. I sit up, I look straight into this mirror, and there's this like horrific face just staring out at me. Where it's like wild, dishevelled hair and
I thought you were
um
going to say I wake up to my mirrored ceiling.
yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, but like I just stick the disco ball on that like comes out the middle of it and it's all right again.
All the ghosts start coming out of the mirror ball, all
That's it.
disorientated.
That's it. Start throwing shapes with glow sticks like they've been on the Buckfast.
Yeah.
Another nod. Um, yeah. Any more weird news you want to share, or should we cut it there? I know you've got places to be, people to see, ghosts to
I
bust.
have.
Right. Yeah, I guess that about wraps it up. So thank you for tuning in as always. And unless you got anything else to add?
Don't blame the owls.
Oh yeah, don't blame the owls.